Hey guys, Ron here from myherodesign.com. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to use our faux fade, our fade out and fade in slides in Explaindio 2. Now these are included in our Power Slides collection, and our customers really like them, and it would be great to know obviously how to use them in Explaindio 2 now that many people have upgraded. So what is a fade out and fade in? So a fade out is that, fade in. Okay, now most of the time you're going to do that between scenes. Now this is the end slide of a scene because you'll see there's a break and then a new, basically a clean canvas is created with new content. Okay, so if I preview this scene, we have a fade in. We have a new boat coming in here, followed by some text, and I believe the text will be boat. Okay. In the previous scene, we have a baseball here, and the text baseball, so these are our looping SWF files that play as the action continues. So that's a really nice feature now that the files render smoothly and can really take your videos to the next level. But today we're focusing on the fade out, fade in, and I'm going to show you how to do that. I should also mention that you can do this within a scene. Okay, so even if you have a new canvas and you're going to keep the scene together, you can interrupt that scene with a fade out, fade in. You may want to just do like a before and after video scene, or you need it to be used to break up the video or to just define sections. So, I mean, there's unlimited ways to use these, so you'll never know. You might want to use it inside of a scene. So I'll show you what that looks like. You'll have the clock here. This is a looping SWF, so it'll continue animating as the action continues. The first action will be the fade out, fade in, and now the text. Okay, so that is all done within one scene. So how do we do that? How do we use the slides in Explaindio 2? First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this scene, which is a glove and some text, and fade it out and fade it into a new scene, which is a baseball and some text, followed by a fade out. Okay, so I'm going to fade this out, and to do that I'm going to the last slide. So I'm going to go to the end of the scene here. I'm going to open the canvas, add animation slide, add Explaindio slide. I'm going to go down to MHD Faux fade, okay, My Hero Design Faux fade, and I'm going to use the fade out 2 seconds, and I'll add single. Make sure that don't sketch is checked and click add. When I close the canvas, you'll see that we have this blue background. This was used for Explaindio 1 mainly, and once we know that most people have upgraded, we can get rid of that. But for the time being, all you have to do is go to slide, the tab here, customize this animation, click on that, and uncheck the outline under the outline tab. Okay, once you do that, you'll see the blue background is gone and we have a nice fade out. And if I preview the scene, you'll see that it fades out nicely. It actually works better, I believe, than in Explaindio 1. We'll go to the new scene and we're going to fade it in. Again, I'm going to click here. I'm going to select the beginning of this scene, open the canvas, add animation slide, add Explaindio slide, MHD Faux fade, and we're going to do a fade in for 2 seconds. Add single, make sure that is checked for don't sketch, and add. Make sure that the slide is moved to the front of the scene. Okay, so obviously it needs to start with the fade in, and you can always read the name of the slide here. So we now know that this fade in is the first part of the scene. Let me close the canvas, and you'll see we have that blue background again. We're going to go to slide, customize, and turn off the outline. I also want to make sure I'm going to close out of this and make sure that there's no action before. Okay, so now if I preview the video, you'll see we have our looping animation, we have some text, a fade out, and a fade in to the next scene. So how great is that? Very professional. Adds so much to a video, having that nice fade out and fade in. Okay, and that's all it is to it for scenes. If you have a background color for that scene, for example, I can go here and go to the gallery and choose a image background. You'll see that the fade out works great even with the background image or video. So if we preview that fade in, it'll fade in right into that background, and the video will continue. There's also shorter fade-ins and outs, which are 1 second in length, so whatever you prefer. And I'm also going to show you how to add a fade in and fade out in between a scene. So here we have a for sale sign and then text. Now what if I want to do a fade out and in between these two elements? We're just going to go to the front, open canvas, add animation slide, add Explaindio slide, and this time we're going to go to Faux fade, and we're going to do a combo, fade out, fade in. You can choose 2 seconds or 1 second. Okay, add single, make sure it's checked, add, close the canvas, and remember we're going to go to the slide tab, customize this animation, and we're going to uncheck both outlines. Okay, and now if we preview the scene, you'll see that we have a fade out and then a fade in, and it's all within the same scene. Finally, if you want to fade out the end of the movie, just go to the very end, the last part of your video here. You'll see I've already added one in. I'll delete it and do it again. So here we have our tennis ball. And remember, if you want to know what you're clicking on and you're not sure, because SWF files sometimes don't show while you're making a video, you can always just read the name. And I'm reading here that it's a tennis ball spinning, so I know that I'm in the final slide here. I'm going to open canvas, I'm going to add animation slide, add Explaindio slide, MHD, faux fade, and I'll just do a fade out for 2 seconds. Add single, make sure it's checked, add, close the canvas. Okay, I'm making sure that my faux fade fade out is now at the very end of the video. I'm going to click on the slide tab, customize, turn off the outline, and if we preview, These are all looping SWF files that we have for you. And that's the last one. We know tennis is at the end, so the video should end with a nice fade out. And that will also conclude today's tutorial. Remember that you can email us at support@myherodesign.com. And I want to thank you as always for watching.